Hello, I'm Kalon Zombie.
Hi, I'm Julia. Oh, the Lesbiathan. Whoops. Shit.
Whatever. My real name's Colin. Whoa.
I hear you're LPing a game.
Yeah, let's imagine that.
What game is it?
And some people got very angry that it is a game that I've already streamed. So I was like, fuck you, I'm just going to LP it twice now. Fuck off.
Oh boy, very exciting. I hear good things about this game.
Surprise, let's playing Bloodborne. A game that I fucking love so much that since I streamed it like a year and a half ago, I've played through it in its entirety like 5 times.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I love this game.
Well, it's certainly got some sort of style going on. I can dig it.
Yeah. It is very gothic horror, Victorian era, and look at these guys with one really long arm.
Yeah. Oh boy, look at that puppy.
He's a good boy.
Disagree, actually. Oh boy, this is some fucked up shit, huh?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm pretty sure this is the teaser trailer that they used for, when they revealed it at, like, E3 in whatever year they revealed it. Yeah.
It's incredibly gross. How much of this shit do you actually do in the game?
Not very much, but that is a weapon. That is actually one of the starting weapons you can get.
Oh boy. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Real gross.
It is real gross.
Alright.
This game's I don't know if you noticed from the title or anything, but blood is sort of a running theme in this game.
I could not have guessed. Oh boy. I own this game. Technically, I own this game, and I should probably play it.
You probably... Yeah, I think you'd be good as long as you played it like only like an hour at a shot. Because it is quite intensive. Also, hi thing.
Oh boy.
Oh, yes. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract. Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
I'm very confused, actually.
So, we're gonna go through the adventures of Bloodborne with a very familiar face. It was cold in the blood dew, Maria!
Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus, I've seen pictures of this guy's face, because you show it everywhere, and it's still very incredibly good.
So, quick thing about this LP, it originally did not start as an LP. It originally started, I was getting footage for another project, and it sort of evolved into an LP when I realized I was just going to end up recording the entire game anyway. So yeah, that's why I chose George Costanza.
His face is so good and also so bad. Wow.
So right now, all we have is shitty little chops. Also, so there is an easier way to take care of this guy, but I wanted to sort of do it legitimately, as legitimately as you can. So when you're locked onto an enemy, you can dodge, like you can quick step. Okay. When you're not locked onto an enemy, you can do a dodge roll. There's no difference in how they act. Also, you may have seen when I got hit by the werewolf, there's that orange part of my health up there.
Yeah.
That's more than like a thing to show you how much health you lost. If you hit an enemy while that part is still orange, you actually regain health.
That's incredibly good.
It is incredibly good. This game is sort of like Dark Souls, but it sort of asks you to be much more aggressive than Dark Souls does.
I'm sorry, George Costanza covered in blood and doing a bunch of shitty karate moves on a werewolf is very good. Happy Halloween, folks. I'm gonna be this character for Halloween. Oh, did you just fucking die? Holy shit.
Yeah, I just died. This thing is designed for you to either die to or run away from, because you're not supposed to be only like doing like 2 damage against it. That's not how this game usually goes.
So then you end up here, okay.
Yeah.
So
there's a second way to end up here that speedrunners use because it's faster than just dying to the wolf.
Oh, so you can, in theory, beat it with your shitty karate chops.
You can, in theory, beat it. Yeah. Actually, I will explain a way that you can beat it easily later with just the fists.
Okay.
But yeah, now we're in the Hunter's Dream, and I don't really ever get a good look at this place, but there's a doll there that you can talk with. So these guys are going to give us a weapon. I'm going to choose the axe.
Okay.
These guys are going to give us a gun.
Oh, nice.
Pistol. And then these guys, they give us a notebook that we can, like, leave messages to other players on if we're playing online, which I am always playing online.
Nice. Okay.
So, in Dark Souls, you usually get a weapon and a shield to put in your offhand. And in this game, you don't get any shields. The gun replaces the shield.
Nice.
And the gun has a very nice mechanic attached to it. The gun deals shitty damage. It does not do a lot of damage. You're going to be doing mostly meleeing stuff. But the gun has other things attached to it.
Okay. So why'd you talk to that stump?
Oh, that's those little white guys that were crawling around all over us earlier.
Yeah.
There are messengers. When you leave a note with the notebook, they stay behind and they let other players see those notes.
Holy shit.
And you can choose different hats to put on them.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's incredibly good.
Yep. So this is a player note, and I'm going to rate it fine because they left a good tip there. Also, you may have noticed when I killed the werewolf, it said blood echoes retrieved. So one of the things about, like, Bloodborne is that when you die, you lose all of your blood echoes, which is your experience points.
Okay.
sometimes when you revive, you can get those experience points back. Sometimes they'll just be laying on the ground, and sometimes enemies can pick them up, and you have to kill that enemy in order to get them back.
Okay.
So that wolf actually absorbed our experience points, and we had to kill it to get it back. And you can always tell which enemy has your blood, but because its eyes glows.
Okay. So just real quick, we should probably explain. I've never played a Dark Souls game in my entire life. So that's if people are getting fed up with you explaining shit, I literally have no conception of what's happening. So like,
right. Okay. So another cool thing about this game is that Dark Souls has like 1 billion different weapons, but a bunch of them do the same thing. In this game, weapons are actually all fairly unique. There's a couple duplicates here and there, but not nearly as many as Dark Souls have. And they actually have 2 different forms. So this axe that we have can be used one-handed or two-handed. If we use it two-handed, we can't use the gun and its special mechanics.
Okay. That's cool.
Not every weapon has a one-handed, two-handed variation, but all weapons except one have a second form.
Is that a new thing they added to this game, or has it been?
Yes, that is a new thing that they added in Bloodborne.
Okay.
Oh, you must be a hunter, and not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yarnumites don't share much with outsiders. Normally, they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum, you'll find the Cathedral Ward. Deep within lies the old main cathedral, said to be the source of blood. I haven't heard of pale blood, but that's your best bet if it's anything to do with unique types of blood. Across the deep with I have that.
Okay, so this LP,
shit?
Most LPs, yeah, that guy kind of jumped out. Most LPs will be like read the plot item, like the item descriptions for the plot and everything. I do not in this LP because, like I said, I wasn't planning for it to be an LP until like halfway through. But I will explain some non-spoiler lore stuff
as it comes up.
So while the NPC was talking, Julia was asking if they ever explained the hunt. Basically, Yarnum people love to inject copious amounts of mysterious blood into them, and that has a nasty side effect of turning everybody into werewolves. So the hunt is every once in a while the town of Yarnum will come together and start tromping through the streets and trying to kill all the werewolves.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna open up a little shortcut here. Not that I'll ever use it ever. But we've definitely been here before, right on that other side of that ladder I climbed up to get to that lantern. And look at this guy.
Are you gonna
So
eat it?
the gun The gun, if you shoot enemies at specific points of their attack animations,
shit, dude.
they get stunned. And if you go up to them and use an attack while they're stunned, you reach into them and deal tons of damage.
Holy shit, dude. That's rad.
Yeah. Not every enemy can be parried like that. There's a upper size limit to doing that, but it is just a size limit. In Dark Souls games, there was a similar mechanic that you could do with the shield. But you could only like parry humanoid enemies, and that. But in this game, if they're under like a certain size, then it's fine. You can do that. The trick is trying to find when you can parry them.
Okay.
And also, that guy I completely decimated is a mid-game enemy that they just placed there randomly to kick your ass.
Kind of rude. Oh,
yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, the best part about this guy is that they pulled a similar trick not too long ago. Like, you can, if you go straight for that item that was up there, a guy will do a similar thing. And since you're not expecting it to be back-to-back that trick, you just run forward not expecting that, and bam.
Ooh, damn.
So, weapons have charged R2 attacks, and the reason I chose the axe is because this charged R2 attack is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if you chose the axe for any particular reason, because I seem to recall seeing
I chose
something...
the axe
because of the Oh, well, I remember seeing something about a sword cane that turned into a whip or something, and that sounds incredibly rad to me.
Also, I chose the axe because each of the weapons sort of follow a different path that you go through. So the axe is for characters who are initially interested in investing in strength weapons, whereas that cane you were mentioning is mostly people who are interested in skill weapons.
Okay. Are we gonna see? Is it possible to get those those other starting weapons as just weapons that you find in the game, or buy them or whatever?
Yeah. If you find a certain if you find a certain item, you can buy them later.
Okay, that's cool. So like, if you aren't initially happy with your first choice, okay,
right,
that's pretty cool. What are these assholes doing? They're just
they're burning a werewolf.
Oh, so wait, they don't like the werewolf either?
No, they don't like werewolves either. But the thing is, they don't like outsiders, and they're also sort of blood crazy right now. So they think you're a monster.
Oh, okay.
They'll occasionally shout things like to you, like you're a cursed beast or whatever.
Okay. Well, they don't look too normal themselves.
No, they don't. It's almost like injecting various amounts of monster blood into you is bad or something.
Oh, and that's what we're doing to heal, though, so...
Yes, that is what we're doing to heal.
It's my favorite Goosebumps book, by the way.
Monster Blood 2 was the first Goosebumps book I ever read.
I watched the Goosebumps show instead. The books... I can't believe we're talking about Goosebumps books in this very serious LP, but Goosebumps books are pretty bad. I did read the Choose Your Own Adventure, one where you turn into a vampire, though. That was okay.
That's nice.
Oh, there's a red lantern, so you can talk to someone.
Yep.
Okay.
Reckon you're from round here.
These accents are wild, dude.
Side on a night of the hunt. How you call?
Let me in, lady. Jesus. Oh, so she just
exists. So not every
you?
NPC is very helpful. Yeah, she exists to call you a shitheel and insult you. That's what most NPCs exist to do, actually.
Okay, Oh, what are these things?
They're giant crows.
Oh, they sucked, actually. Oh, wow, that noise they make is not very good.
I don't like them. They're terrifying.
They don't...
Also, they hold pebbles.
What?
Pebbles are completely useless, except if you want to get a certain monster's attention, then you could throw the pebble, deal like 2 damage, and they aggro on you.
Oh, I guess that's... What is this fellow doing? Oh, dear.
He's
holy shit, you about to get wrecked, boy!
So, I was having trouble with this guy. Oh,
yeah,
no
shit. Is he just hitting you with a big brick?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
There we go. These guys are supposed to be incredibly easy to parry, but I was having trouble. Which is weird because I was having much easier time with the mid-tier enemy.
You parried that dude. Oh, Molotov cocktail. Exciting.
Yeah, you can just throw Molotov cocktails.
Very interesting.
So there are certain enemy types. One is called beasts, and beasts actually take extra damage from fire.
Oh.
So you can like chuck fire Molotov cocktails at like werewolves and stuff, and they take more damage than normal.
So can you just tell what a beast is by looking at it? So like if it's like
mostly. If it looks mostly humanish, it's probably not a beast.
Okay, so these dogs would be beasts.
If it looks mostly, yeah, these dogs are beasts. They would take extra damage from fire.
What a good boy.
Also, serrated weapons deal extra damage to beasts, but the axe is not a serrated weapon. There is the other two weapons that we had the choice of taking are both have a serrated form on them.
Okay, so I guess my next question is there like a pretty good balance between a beast and the humanoids, or like is there one?
Mostly. Yeah. Mostly the beasts kind of drop, or the humanoids rather. They sort of drop off towards the end of the game as you get more interesting monsters to kill. But for a while, the humanoids will stick around.
So it's just a division between humanoids and beasts then, and there's like.
There is one other enemy type, but I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, fair enough. Asshole. How come they get better guns than you?
Yep. Because that's all they do is shoot, and also they take a million years to shoot you. So
nice.
So these games have a reputation of being very hard, and yeah, this game's hard. This game's hard as balls. Like I've played through it 5 times, and I'm still not very good at it.
You seem to be doing okay.
Yeah, but that's because I've also played through the entire game like 5 times.
I was gonna say.
Okay, so on the direction I didn't look at, there's 2 full health werewolves just wandering on the middle of that bridge. So we're gonna take the long way around.
Okay.
Because man, they will kick your ass if you
you're
do
not
poorly.
Ready. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Also, there's some goodies on the long path.
Okay, so it's sort of to encourage you to take that path.
Yes, the games are very good at encouraging you to go the way they want to go. Now, that's not to say you can't kill the werewolves. You can definitely kill the werewolves and just keep going that way, if you're good enough.
Okay, yeah, so it's if you're good enough and you want to skip the shit because you've been this is like your 20th playthrough or whatever. Okay. I can dig that kind of game design.
Also, you don't have to fight enemies. You can just run past them. They do have a certain aggro range, but eventually they will trail off. Also, there are drop attacks. And
what is
this
wrong
guy
with
would be a
this
beast,
dude?
even though he looks so... he's just a normal dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's a teen wolf? Okay.
Yeah, he's a teen wolf.
So he's a beast. Okay.
Yes, he is actually a beast. Because he is definitely more dog than man at this point.
So does the blood just turn you into werewolves or other types of monsters? Is that a spoiler?
It's mostly werewolves. Okay. It's mostly werewolves.
Oh shit! Fuck! Jeez, it's real incredibly brutal. Does he reach his just like hand in there or what?
Yeah. Yeah, you just reach... If you look really closely, your hand is, like, for a few frames, like this gnarled claw.
I'm gonna try and see that next time you do that. Oh.
Yeah, well, here you go.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, wow. Okay, well, that's...
Okay, so...
something.
What else?
God, George,
I'm trying to think of things that might need explaining.
There's so much blood on his bad body. There's so much blood. Is it gonna come off?
Oh, look, here's another guy. Oh, jeez.
Oh, fuck. Dude.
No! Bye, rat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, if you take damage while doing a visceral attack, which is what the reaching into the enemy is called, if you take damage, a visceral attack will automatically heal your entire orange bar.
Oh, wow. Oh, bye, werewolf.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Also, we finally found some good armor.
Cool.
I'm not putting on the hat. This is Fashion Souls.
Of course. Of course.
Or Fashion-born, rather.
Oh, these are actually very good gloves.
It does make my head look incredibly tiny, though.
Yeah, that's very good, though. Actually. I think you'll find.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put on some quick items here. I'm gonna try and show off the pebble. I do very poorly, but I'm just trying to aggro this one rat so that way I don't aggro like the 3 other rats that are around the corner.
Oh, these things are gross.
Yeah, look at their eyes.
I don't like it.
So there are 2 very big running themes in this game. One of them is blood, the other is eyeballs.
Oh boy. Big eyes, small mouth? Okay. That's a joke just for me, I guess.
Okay.
It's a bad anime
but
game.
yeah. So oh, here's something I can explain. I don't think I've done it for this weapon yet, but you can when you transform your weapon, you can actually chain it into an attack.
Really?
So if you're attacking and then you push the transform button, there's another attack that you do that will transform the weapon.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. It's mostly used as a it's mostly used as a speedrun trick for one of the starting weapons that we didn't choose, called the Beast Cutter, because that's the fastest way to kill things, is to just constantly keep chaining the attack transformation.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh god. Oh, you're just tromping through the sewer, aren't you? You gross,
yeah, we're
gross
tromping
boy.
through the sewers.
Just the grossest boy.
We're going down there, even though it smells like poo gas.
So gross.
Well,
that. Nice.
So the nice thing about this game is that there's also not a lot of fall damage.
Yeah.
Also, these things are enemies. They're not just random dead bodies in the thing. They are actual enemies.
Or?
Yes, they do. They crawl at you, and they also one of their attacks is just vomiting.
Oh, ew. Ew.
Yeah.
I like that you got, like, right up in there with them.
Mm-hmm. It's probably not a good idea. So, there is a lock-on feature. However, something I've learned from playing these games for about a year and a half now is that sometimes locking on is not the best thing to do, because you'll lock on to one specific enemy and, you know, you can't see all of the other enemies.
Yeah.
So if you're fighting a bunch of enemies, don't lock on.
Okay.
You can see all of the other enemies that are happening.
Interesting.
So that Bold Hunter's Mark, there's an item in our inventory that will allow us to go back to the last lantern we stayed at, but we lose all of our experience points. A Bold Hunter's Mark is the same thing, but you get to keep your experience points.
Oh, is it just a one-time use item?
It is a one-time use item, but you get a bunch of them, and you can buy more.
Oh, so then it's almost like they just should not have added that feature instead of, like, almost seems like if you're gonna make that item
not necessarily
abundantly, like,
not necessarily, because if because like if the other item did the same thing that the one I just picked up did, then there would be no reason to not just like, oh well, I'm in super big trouble, might as well just pop that
you're right.
Pop that item and just and also we just acquired an item called a Madman's Knowledge. So there's a second sort of it's a second sort of resource like the Blood Echoes called Insight.
Okay.
And different amounts of insight do different things, and a Madman's Knowledge will allow you to increase your insight by 1, which does a very important thing, which is allow you to level up.
Oh.
Right now we cannot level up because we have no insight.
That's okay, so you have to spend at least 1 insight. Okay. To get at least.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to spend insight. Insight is a thing you just permanently carry on you.
Okay, so I guess my question is, can you go the entire game without getting any insight, or?
No,
okay.
because by looking at bosses, just by looking at bosses, you gain insight.
Oh, what did that say? Treat small lady with care?
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? And please go look for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
So that music box we got will be coming in handy in the next video, actually.
Okay, cool. I assume that's important, or like,
But
how important are like the side quests? Right, 'cause that's a
fairly
side quest
not.
thingy.
They're not actually super duper important, but they're nice.